Days 23 to 25 were relatively straightforward. Day 23 took me from Coffin Bay to Elliston. It was 150 kilometres. The scenery was amazing. It was a mix of bushland, farmland, mountains, lakes, sand dunes, the ocean, a little mix of everything. Day 24, I just went from Elliston to Streaky Bay. Very, very similar ride, very flat, very straight, but the scenery was beautiful. Streaky Bay itself was quite a nice little town. And then day 25, again, another really nice day. There were a couple of highlights in the morning. On the way out, I bumped into a fellow cyclist. He was going the other way. He was cycling from Perth to Sydney. I had a good little chat with him. Hopefully I'll see him for a beer when he gets to Sydney and I fly back from Perth. And then soon after that, some of my family called me up. It was my Auntie Jude's 60th birthday that night, my morning. The song which my family most associate with me is Kelly Clarkson's Since You've Been Gone. I can't actually remember why or how it started, but that is my family's song, and so they all sang that to me down the phone, which was great. It made me want to be there.
Hey, happy birthday, Jude.
So yeah, it was a pretty funny morning. And then after that, it was pretty straightforward into Ceduna, which is where I am now for day 25 and then 26 rest day before heading across the Nullabor, which is on paper the big challenge of the trip. It's basically just the outback desert, lots of road trains. It's about 1,200 kilometres from Ceduna to Norseman. It'll take me about 8 or 9 days to get across. Half excited, half nervous. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge. As I got a rest day, a couple of people have asked me, and apologies if this is boring, but I'll just go through the bike setup I have. I've pretty much had the same bike setup throughout the whole trip. I've just got a couple of things which will be a bit more important potentially on this section of the journey. So if you've seen the bike, which if you're watching this you have, there's 2 yellow pannier bags which go on the sides and then a backpack which goes on the top. In one of the pannier bags goes my drone and cables, so it's easy to access, and then the other side goes food, water and anything else I might need. The backpack gets strapped up on top, so anything I don't need throughout the day, such as spare clothes, toiletries, first aid kit and any bike repair stuff or serious bike repair stuff, which goes in the backpack. And then the other equipment I've got, the battery pack, I have basic bike maintenance and tool repair kit. This isn't all of it, I've just put a few bits on the table just so you can see it. Some of it's just away in the bags. For filming, you probably would have seen some drone shots. I've got the drone, I've got the GoPro which goes on the front of the bike, and then I've got an Osmo, which is a small camera which works on a gimbal, and then my laptop. My laptop goes in the backpack as well. That's probably the heaviest thing. If I wasn't filming this, the bike would be so much lighter. This is all the different cables, charging stuff, camera equipment. It makes the bike a lot heavier, but hopefully when I can watch all these back in years to come, the extra weight will be worth it. But the safety bits, so obviously I'm going across the desert. It's 1,200 kilometres and a lot more trucks and road trains. That's something I'm very, very wary of. Because of the road trains and other large vehicles, I've got a bike radar that goes on the back of your bike and then connects to your navigation device. It basically, when there's a large vehicle coming, you'll get a notification on your navigation on the front of your bike, so you'll know that something's coming and to either just move out the way, essentially. If I do get stranded or in real trouble, in the first aid kit I've got a thing called a bivvy, which is like an emergency sleeping bag tent cover type thing. It will just keep you dry and warm. And then if things go really south, I've got a Garmin InReach, and basically what this does, it doesn't connect to phone signal, it's done on other satellites, so I can message via this without using phone signal. But then if something really bad happens, there's a big red SOS button on the side, which if I press, Garmin get notified, and then Garmin contacts the nearest emergency services, who will then send people to my location. So in terms of being safe and sensible, I've kind of prepared as much as I deem possible in the time that I've had to get ready for this trip. And as I say, I've already had 4 weeks pretty much of cycling pretty decent distances and on the highway and the motorway, so I think as long as I'm sensible, I should be okay. Those are some famous last words right there. Also, you might notice that I'm wearing my Beyond Blue vest. A big thank you to all of you that have donated so far. I honestly didn't think that I'd raise anything, but yeah, I need to message you all individually to say thank you, and if anyone wants to donate any, if anyone's got a couple of spare pounds or dollars that they want to donate to Beyond Blue, they're a fantastic charity, so the link will be in the description below this video. But a big thank you to all of you that have donated so far. I think that's about it. I leave tomorrow for Fowler's Bay, which is a beautiful place. We've got some massive sand dunes down there, down by the water, so it's a really good first stop along the Nullabor. But yeah, this is where things get real. This is where the trip could get interesting, but I'm excited. So yeah, tomorrow we begin the Nullabor.